Hi, thank you for tuning into Abrokyire Nsem Radio and TV. I am Grace Emo. If you are here in the United States on a visiting visa and you were granted an entry at the border when you are entering to United States, the days you have to stay, and you decided to stay more than the days has been given to you, do you know what you need to do to not go out of status? And even if you're out of status, do you know what to do and what are the benefits for you? Well, listen to our next video as we speak to immigration attorney Miss Williams, who will break it down to you all. Thank you and stay tuned with Abrokyire Radio. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
If you're here on a visa and you're still in status, let me clarify that real quickly, because there are a lot of people who come in and they say, oh, I have a 10-year indefinite, blah, 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 whatever. Visa. I came in 2 years ago. Well, if you came in 2 years ago, you're out of status and your visa has been canceled. That's just a fact, because the way that visas work is that you come in, it's permission to enter, and then you get to stay for the amount of time, that they've allowed you, that they've granted you at the border. So if you come in, then the typical time is usually about 3 to 6 months that they'll give you, and you're still in status, meaning that you have not overstayed the period that you were granted when you came in. You can do a couple of things. You can apply to extend your status. You can change to another visa category like student or something like that. If you can get a job, you can get a work visa. So you want to see if you can do that, and in the meantime, see if you qualify for a green card, either from a parent, if you fit under certain ages, or a child. And so it's got to be an immediate relative if you're going to get an immediate green card. Sibling petitions don't make a whole lot of sense because they take a really, really long time. So there are a lot of people who say to me, well, my brother lives here and he's a citizen and so on, can he help me? Well, he can petition for you, but it takes an awfully long time for that petition to come current. So right now, it's taking roughly about 7 years for if you're from places in Latin America, like Belize or Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, those kinds of places. But if you're from anywhere else, like China or Philippines, India, those kinds of things, the wait times are about 25 years. And so sibling petitions are not so useful if you're out of status, because you do have to wait. And I believe that that sibling petitions are under threat of being cut completely. So if that's the only way that you can get the petition for you is through a sibling petition, I advise you to do it now, because they might not exist in the future. And then at least you will have a petition that's pending. And even if the sibling petition is taken away, the sibling category is taken away, you still will have that petition in the pipeline. So if that's your only way, I advise you to do it sooner rather than later. The next thing is, if you have no immigration status at all, you might be eligible to get a green card through another way. So that's where categories like VAWA or U visas, or those kinds of things. The VAWA is the Violence Against Women Act. It's a self-petition that you can apply for, and then the U visa is the victim of a crime category. And so for the Violence Against Women Act, it's a bit of a misnomer, because even men qualify for that. And that is where you are married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder that you've been in a domestic violence situation with. And domestic violence is broadly defined. It could mean emotional abuse as well. It doesn't always have to be physical, and you don't have to be a woman to have experienced that. I have a number of clients that are male that we've applied for Violence Against Women Act green cards for them. So again, it's a self-petition, and you can use that. If you've been the victim of a crime, you can apply for the U visa, and that again is another self-petition. So a U visa is a status that you would get that's not a green card, but it puts you into the pathway for a green card. And you do not like with VAWA, you don't need to have entered legally to do that. Okay, so you want to start researching or talking to, consulting with a lawyer to see if there's another category that you might qualify for.
Thank you for watching, and stay tuned with An Radio or An TV as we bring you more on updates on immigration issues. Thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.